Hi, I'm Simon Coronel, and I'm an illusionist from Melbourne, Australia. My apartment is kind of a magic mad science lab that I also happen to live in. Its primary function is a workshop, secondary function, living space. Good for business, questionable for personal life. I hold a kind of unique spot in Fool Us history. When it came time to the judging, I interpreted Penn's codes to mean they figured it out.
They know how you did.
Oh yeah, they know.
Oh.
So I walked away empty-handed. A couple of years later, I get an unexpected call to come back on the show.
So these are the actual chips?
Yeah, these are them.
Turns out Penn and Teller realized I had fooled them.
We were wrong. You fooled us.
So they gave me a trophy! You've got to respect that. Two Magic Masters making things right. So, let's hope I can fool them again tonight. But if I can't, Penn and Teller, you know I'm available to come back and pick up the trophy.
Vying for his second Fool Us trophy, welcome back, Simon Coronel.
I want to show you a trick that's performed by nearly every magician on Earth. In fact, so many tens of thousands of magicians have performed this trick that there is literally an encyclopedia someone wrote of hundreds of different methods and approaches to just this one trick. And it's a simple trick. Doesn't use much, just an empty stage, no distractions, nowhere to hide, just me, my hands, and a bill. And if you look at this image, remember this image, $5 bill. You can see the front of it, you can see the back of it, and as I start to fold it up, big enough that you can still see it clearly, but small enough that I can do what I need to do, you can also see my empty hands and my short sleeves. But if you watch the bill, you see the illusion of it transforming into what looks a heck of a lot like a $50 bill. But when I say the word illusion, I mean that literally, right? Everyone in this room knows I didn't just make $45 out of thin air. It's an illusion. It's done through craft and skill and ingenuity, not supernatural abilities. But because it is an illusion, like every other version of this, eventually the illusion has to fade, sadly, which sucks financially. But before it fades away, if we push that craft and skill far enough, we can temporarily take the illusion further into something more incredible. And I don't want to insult anyone's intelligence by pretending I somehow actually transformed that. It's a series of switches. But the question is, particularly for Penn and Teller, switches of exactly what? And from exactly where and exactly how? And some people might say that that somehow diminishes the trick, expressing that it's not magic, but no, to me, that's what makes it amazing. The fact that we can create these illusions through craft and skill, that points to a much deeper truth. That a lot of the time, the only thing that is real is the illusion.
Simon Coronel. Woo. I mean, I just want to give you a bunch of money.
I mean, I'll take it.
But wait, if I gave you 100, would it come back as a 5?
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
So how long have you been performing this trick?
Since about 2000, 2001, and I've kept working on it and improving it and refining it and tweaking it, and it's still changing to this day.
That's so incredible.
Yeah.
Does it change how you do it when the money changes?
Oh, actually, yeah, it really does.
The texture of the money
Absolutely.
changes.
And it's every country I do this in, the handling totally changes because the bills are bigger or taller or shorter, or some of them made of plastic. Yeah.
Can you do this in Australia?
I can, but it's much harder.
Yeah. So writers will get writer's block.
Yep.
Do you ever get magician block?
Yeah, massively. You've got an idea for a trick. You're like, all right, this is gonna be the trick. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You've got a method, and then you build the thing and you test it out, and it doesn't really work. And you can work on something for months or years and just hit this block of like, I want this, I've got this vision. It's gonna be so great when it works, and I can't freaking get it there. And any magician who's creative has a bunch of things in that stage, always. Every now and then one of them gets across the line, and it's just glorious.
Oh, all right, let's see if you fooled your way to a second trophy.
Let's find out.
All right, Penn, Teller,
Simon, we have to be very careful with you. Because last time you embarrassed us in the strangest way anyone could ever embarrass us. You came out and did a trick with poker chips, and it was like a year later, talking to a prop person, we found out the poker chips weren't gimmicked. So therefore, we had been so deeply fooled, it took us a year to realize that we had been fooled. So we had to call you back on the show and do a public apology that said that you'd won a trophy a year before. So we're going to start right now in a very different place than we start with anybody else. Anybody else doing that routine, we would start with there's a bill that's gimmicked. There's some sort of gimmick built into the bill. It's beautiful craftsmanship. We'd go that way. And we're going to assume you're not using a cheating bill because we don't want to be embarrassed in the future by you fooling us so bad we don't even know we're fooled. So we're protecting ourselves. That's what we're doing right now. Now let's get to this trick. Your patter is beautiful. Your style is beautiful. You don't do anything unnecessary to obscure the moves. You lay it out there right in our faces. And then your patter says that we know what you're doing. We know the maneuvers you must be doing. You use words like switch. I would bury them in there. You just lay them out there all pink and naked. And then just ask us, did we know when and what you were doing? That was the simple question you asked with a simple bill that is not gimmicked. So if you ask us a simple question, we'll give you a simple answer. No, we do not know, and you fooled us, Simon, for the second time. We will not be embarrassed.